really funny, but before raw pressery came about, I remember discussing with my friend, saying that, listen, we need to somehow get a whole juice brand going. Something packaged juices that people can take to office, or it can be delivered to their home. It takes the stress out of like actually blending the juice and creating the juice themselves, which is what I was doing at home every day. And making sure that like my juice was as fresh as it could get. And I was like, geez, I really wish we had a brand like that, like just call them up and they send their juices to your door, and at the same time they understand health, they understand the needs, they understand the importance of nutrients. And then came along raw pressery. And at first I was a little bit upset. I was like, oh no, that was my idea. But I was also really relieved as well, because it's not easy sometimes to kind of get the quality that raw brings to you in a bottle. It's not easy even to get that at home. And it can get really messy as well. You're chopping up your vegetables and you're doing all these things, and you really can't buy them off the shelves either, because unlike a lot of other brands, raw is 100% honest about their ingredients. So you can be guaranteed that you're drinking only the best. It's I mean, if you look at the ingredients here, this is kale, spinach, dudi, amla, celery, green apple, ginger, lemon, and that's it. So all those really complicated things that people put in their ingredients that you can't even pronounce, those aren't there. The world has moved ahead. The world has now actually become very health conscious. This is what we're aiming towards. The whole entire lifestyle, our ideologies, everything has changed. And right now, I think raw has really brought that to India with raw, with their cold pressed juices, because we're now moving with the movement. And I think just one thing led to the other. I could see in Anuj that there's a true passion and love for what he does, and creating awareness about healthy living. That's exactly, I think you guys all know that I am exactly on that exact same page. One thing led to another, and I think then it just became about, listen, how can we partner up and how can we move this forward, and yeah, it was love at first juice. My favorite juice is gosh, there's so many. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go with Life, because I'm like I love berries. So Life has strawberries, blueberries, it has banana, and I love bananas. Okay, I actually feel really bad. I love them all. But yeah, I would go with Life. I would go with Life.
Have you tried the soup?
The soups. The soups are amazing. So Raw Pressery has actually just launched 2 new soups. One is the tomato soup, which is actually, I like the tomato soup because I'm a big tomato soup fan. But even the Doodhi one is amazing. So there's a greenish kind of soup, and then there's the tomato soup as well, which is really cool because you can have it hot, you can have it cold if you're on the go. I actually have found myself living on these soups right now over the past couple of days because Bombay has gotten so hot. You could kind of like either accompany it with your dinner, but if you're looking to lose some weight, you could just have it for dinner, and it kind of does the trick. Been doing that. The t-shirt I'm wearing today is recycled. It's 7 bottles of raw, so 7 bottles that you drink, and you don't just chuck into waste, into your garbage. It can be sent back to raw, and it can actually be converted into a t-shirt, like an amazing t-shirt. Feels really, really good. This is actually raw cycle. So like the entire world, which is what I really applaud raw so much for, is the fact that they're so environmentally conscious. Like in a time where we're having a major plastic crisis, everyone's looking at what are we doing for environmental conservation. Here comes a brand that's all about that. And Raw Cycle, I think, it's just genius that like we're really, really kind of sensitive to what we need to be doing for the future. And so one thing that I'm really, really proud about right now is the entire movement of Raw Cycle. So thank you for asking that.
I'm extremely excited to be partnering here with Anuj on Raw Pressery, and this is a brand that I've believed in since day one. I've always been a very loyal customer of theirs, and now just to kind of take the association to a much larger, level. I think I've decided to step in and kind of collaborate here with Anuj and just kind of educate people and increase the awareness on what really healthy living and eating and drinking really is. It's a really exciting new adventure for me because it's the first of its kind actually for me, and I've just entered into this new territory, of course, of the business world. So Anuj is kind of like helping me step by step, and I'm like, what do we discuss about numbers? What do we discuss about this? And it's like it's a very new, interesting world, which I'm just kind of discovering right now. And but yeah, I think when you really believe in something, I think that's important. And I've always kind of held on to that this is actually coming from my heart, and this is something that I do want to take on because I do believe in it. But yeah, and it is part of the business as well. So it's exciting too.
Soon going to host pop star Justin Bieber, and we all are very, very excited for his trip here. So what's going on that front? If you could tell us.
We're gonna give him juice.
Yeah.
Besides that.
Well, let's just say he'll never go thirsty with me around.
But besides that, if you could share something, I mean, if there's something you planning special.
I think the entire country is really excited. With him coming here, and I'm actually flying down from London from my Judwa shoot to be able to attend the event. And yes, if time permits, we will be able to give him a tour. There'll be a lot of stuff to be, I think, uncovered backstage as well. I think we're really, really looking forward to having him here and hosting him and giving him lots of raw juice. The sugar cane. That's definitely something he's not.
For Jurva, is there any pressure on you? Like we really asked Varun also about this because it's been a super hit film. So is it a pressure to do what Karishma did?
Absolutely. I mean, they're not easy shoes to fill, and I think that we're going to try and do as much justice to the 1997 Judwa as possible. It's 20 years down the line, but we have the same director, so he knows exactly what he wants. But it'll be exciting. It's such a great team, and we're hoping to, I think, recreate the magic that they did back in '97.